When I talk to a lot of people about legacy, they always associate legacy with money. But guess what? That is not legacy. So welcome to Live for Free, where we transform lives through real estate. And today we're going to specifically talk about this legacy everybody's talking about. We're going to talk about what it is, what it isn't, and really how you position yourself for legacy. So let's jump right in. Now, you've heard me on many occasions talk about legacy. I talk about legacy all the time. But I think the thing that makes me a little different than most, and there are people who also believe as I believe, but most people, when they talk about legacy, they're talking about money. They're talking about what they leave behind that is financial. So let's first talk about what legacy isn't. Because it isn't just talking about money. Now, I know we all love our children. I adore mine. Y'all already know Tyler Wade Gales is my heart. And everything, when people hear me talk about legacy, I'm talking about what I'm building for him and what I'm going to leave for him. And a lot of people, when they hear me say that, they're thinking, okay, house, cars, wealth, all that other stuff. Well, that's not what I'm talking about when I talk about legacy. And I want to make sure that people who listen to me or people who are driven by the things that I teach, it's around the right stuff. We were just talking in church yesterday, a beautiful message coming from Luke 12 and 13. In a nutshell, the story was about the rich man. It was a parable about the rich man who had so much stuff, he tore down his barns so that he could build larger barns to be able to hold all his stuff. And in the parable, Jesus speaks about how when he was talking about all the things that he was going to do and all that he was going to be able to obtain to house all this wealth, Jesus then said, your soul is required of thee, which in essence, he was going to die. So now what's going to happen to this stuff, right? And that was so profound when I heard the message. It made me think further about what I wanted to do in legacy and what I wanted to leave behind. Because at the end of the day, yes, money is wonderful because of the things it allows you to do. So once you understand who that money belongs to anyway, all that stuff you think you're going to leave behind, once you have full understanding of that, then you can really delve into really what it is that you want to leave behind. And I want to mention this point because when you think about how you want to leave things behind in legacy, and many people tie that to money, understand me when I say it's not just about money, but you need it as a tool because God gave it to you. God is the reason why you have what you have. You don't have what you have because of you. Like, yes, he gave you the power. He gave you the ability. He gave you all of these wonderful skills that allow for you to build wealth. But guess what? It ain't for your benefit. It's not. It's for his. It belongs to him. So once you understand that legacy, what you're wanting to leave behind as it relates to wealth belongs to God, and he gave you the power to obtain it, then you can reset. So my desire for people who listen to me is that you reset the way you think about legacy and reset the way you look at money, because it's not yours. Another example, I love the pastor. This pastor's amazing. Kudos to you, Mr. Joseph Britton. Truly, you gave a beautiful message on yesterday. But he was talking about how when most 12-year-olds, we treat God like we're 12-year-olds. And no, I'm not going off the road. But we treat them like we're 12 years old. Because when we make our money when you're 12, all that money that you make, that you have, is yours. Because you can buy whatever you want to buy when you're 12. So you're putting money aside so you can go buy a special gift. But when you need other stuff, you need shoes, you need clothing, you need a new outfit, you need something to go on at school, your mom and daddy pay for that, right? So you treat your money like it's your money when you're 12. And you treat your parents' money like it's your money too. Well, that's how we treat God. We treat God like what he gives us is ours. What he allows for us to create through the skills that he gave us, that's ours. And then everything else he gives us is ours too. Well, guess what? It's not yours. So I'm hoping that little message there blessed your soul to have you look at legacy a little differently. Because legacy is not just about money. But when you do get money, it's not yours. It's God's. So when he inclines you to give to somebody because you see somebody on the road, I do this all the time. God is always telling me to do stuff, and I do it. I don't pause. I don't hold back. He tells me exactly the dollar amount, and I do it. Why? Because it ain't mine. It's not mine to give. It's his to tell me to give. That's the resource that money provides. So I hope that I'm belaboring on that because I'm hoping you understand what I'm saying and you're resetting your thinking as it relates to wealth and leaving legacy behind. So now that you understand that legacy is not just money, and even if it was just about money, that money's not yours. That money belongs to God. And he guides you and allows you to use that as a resource to give to others. Now, when we look at legacy and what it is, because it isn't just money, it's also the things that you create. I love God because he allows us in our limited thinking to create. Oh my God, I love it. So as you create and think about all that he's created you to do and all the things he's put in you to come out, your job is to identify those things that God put in there and bring them forward so that you can then bless somebody else, help bring out the purpose in your life so that you can touch somebody. Because guess what? Legacy is about relationships. Legacy is about building and creating things that impact others. Legacy is about touching somebody so their life is no longer the same because they met you. That is legacy. Because when you die and you're gone, are they going to remember you? Is there something left behind that people are going to be able to see where they remember you, what you left behind in legacy? Because that is the true impact of what you have. And when you are living a life day by day, your whole main purpose should be fulfilling that purpose so you can leave behind a legacy. Because that little space in between your birth and your death is important. That is your legacy. What are you going to leave behind? And it should show up in more than monetary ways. It should show up in how you've lived your life. It should show up in the people that you've been able to impact. It should show up in the things that you've been able to build. It should show up in the people you've been able to touch. It should show up in the children that you are rearing. It should show up in the people that you are impacting. That is what legacy is. Impact. So if I could boil down what legacy is, that's what I would say it is. Impact. What impact have you made on this world? Because when you can know the impact that you made on this world, and you live your life fully for that and for that moment, that is everything. And when you've left this earth and you can know you've impacted positively in an amazing way, because I guess what? I'm going to say it. Y'all hear me. Legacy and that impact can be positive or negative. It's how you perceive it. So you are making an impact. You are leaving a legacy behind. Your actions will determine whether it has been a positive or a negative impact on others. And that's what you want to do. So as you are thinking about that very thing, and you're thinking about what you want to pass down to the people who love you, to your children, through your family, as you leave this earth, you need to think about, what is that impact that I'm going to leave? What is that legacy I'm going to leave behind? And guess what? You should see traces of it. I can see my son. My son, first of all, y'all know I brag on my son all the time. And guess what? That's what mamas do. We brag on our children. And my son is so amazing at 13. He blows me away. And when I look at him and how his mind thinks and how I see me in him, I see the impact I'm making on his life. I see how he is sucking up all the knowledge that I'm sharing with him. So when I'm gone, my son will be doing the things that I've poured into him to do. So who are you pouring into? You need to make sure you're focusing on pouring into the things that are going to edify the kingdom, build up your purpose, and take you to the place that you know you want to go. I am so excited for what you are about to do right now. As I think about those of you who are listening to me talk about impact and talk about legacy, I am here to help you achieve that very thing. If you have a desire and you don't really know how to put it all together, then come find me. Come find me, first of all, in my Skool community. Guess what? It's free. My Skool community is free. Go ahead and join TonySkool.com, TonySkool.com. When you join the Skool community, you will see a lot of other purpose-driven leaders who are there to impact others. We are there to create legacy. We are there to build transitional housing programs that impact lives. We are there to scale and take ourselves to the next level. Those are all the things that we're wanting to do, and we're doing it in our Skool community. So if you want to be a part of that, come join me at TonySkool.com, TonySkool.com. And when you join, connect with me. You'll get a welcome call with me. We'll be able to sit and chat and talk. And I am excited for that opportunity. And when you do, go ahead and give me some comments so that we can move to the next level. I'm looking forward to growing with you as you begin to grow as well in the impact that you're going to make on this world. And I look forward to seeing you at the next episode. And so it is.